I'll race you to the gates.
Seriously?
No.
Congratulations, you're here. Coveted Masters badge in hand. Finally, your chance to step foot inside Augusta National Golf Club.
I got here at 4:45. I think they're gonna let us in at 7. Walk around, grab some breakfast, whatever we can do.
Your preparations are made and your plans set.
Here's the agenda.
There has to be some organization in this group.
Your chair placed in the perfect spot. You're dressed in your Sunday best and ready to spend a day at the Masters. You are officially a patron.
I think we're gonna go to Concessions because I would love a snack. She's gonna really like that part too.
Augusta National prides itself on providing patrons a once-in-a-lifetime experience, where memories are made with more than just one's eyes and ears. For when you arrive here, you are a welcomed guest, invited to both a magical sporting event and perhaps the greatest picnic in the world, an annual gathering where the food is just as important as a Sunday hole location.
Augusta's doing it right.
Is your first time?
Yes.
What's the first thing you're gonna eat? Have you had the pimento?
No matter if you are a Michelin star chef or have 60 million followers,
How's the ice cream sandwich? Second one? Today? That's what I'm talking about.
or have multiple Grammy Awards to your name,
This is my breakfast sandwich. Ham and cheese on rye.
or are competing in the tournament.
I just bought a whole day's of food and I spent 12 bucks.
The Masters has a little something for everyone. The tournament's humble beginnings are more evident to this day in the food than anywhere else. As much a part of the mystique of the Masters as Amen Corner, the fair is often pointed to as a keystone piece of the Masters experience. Potato chips, pimento cheese sandwich, peach ice cream sandwich.
Tradition, it means a lot to all of the fans, also for us players. It does give you a very special feeling. In that world that we live in, it's nice to come to places who value those traditions quite highly.
Masters Tournament co-founder Clifford Roberts realized early on that feeding the patrons who attended the tournament each year was important. So providing a simple menu of sandwiches, snacks, and drinks allowed for easy preparation and low prices.
What I heard from the family members and the friends, they love the prices because they haven't really changed.
$10 bucks! $10 bucks!
Yeah, buddy.
Well, you know, if you went to a normal sporting event, this would be $10 bucks.
That is how you do it.
The throwback prices and the simplicity of the food at the concessions are a powerful connection for those who come here. As like many things at the Masters, they are one of the traditions that gets refined but rarely changed.
The organization of everything, you can see firsthand, like the concessions, everything is moving so fluidly.
And for patrons, every cup becomes a stackable souvenir, saved and used for years.
It's amazing how big the operation is and how easy they make it look.
Little touches that end up making the experience special.
Chairman Emeritus Billy Payne once said, "We want the experience to not only be the best, but to be affordable. And we take certain things very, very seriously, like the cost of a pimento cheese sandwich is just as important as how high the second cut is going to be."
Well, it's lunchtime at Augusta. Well, it's lunchtime almost all day long here as the people move out into the picnic areas. There's several around the course, having their lunch under the tall Georgia pine trees.
If food could be famous, then the Masters' egg salad and pimento cheese might be the Mick Jagger and Keith Richards of sandwiches. Not dissimilar to the mint julep at the Kentucky Derby or strawberries and cream at Wimbledon. These two sandwiches are part of the very identity of the tournament. Unapologetically uncomplicated, creamy pimento cheese or egg salad. is spread between 2 pieces of white bread.
Some people tend to go too overboard and then it doesn't taste as good, but this one's like 2 pieces of bread, cheese, and something spicy in there. Boom. Got your pimento cheese sandwich.
Green wrapper, I really appreciate how simple it is. This is really good. Oh my gosh, might become my favorite sandwich. This is great.
It's so soft. It's like eating marshmallows, but just egg-flavored marshmallows.
For each guest, the sandwich experience is their own, where experimentation with flavors is the norm.
How about this? We're gonna do this.
Oh, there you go.
Pimento cheese chicken sandwich.
You take your barbecue sandwich, take your pimento cheese. Now you take your pimento side, and that becomes the top of your barbecue sandwich. Welcome to the Masters.
And for some Masters champions, a sandwich, any sandwich, is good enough on its own.
Favorite thing about the Masters is the sandwiches. All of them.
A sandwich can even serve as a gesture of love, a player honoring his late caddy.
This is where Tom Watson, in the memory of his former caddy and great friend Bruce Edwards, has every day left him an egg salad sandwich. It was Bruce's favorite.
As part of the tradition, my Masters tradition.
There are so many little things that make the Masters a one-of-a-kind experience. The details all so expertly handled with such attention and intention.
There's really nothing that isn't done with a purpose. They'll do just about anything for you. Have them breakfast at the club. Tell them what you might want, and there's a pretty good chance they have it.
I remember one time I was there eating lunch, and they have those little plastic ketchup bottles, and sometimes they can be brutal to open. And they have somebody that cuts around the ring, so you didn't really have to open it, and it was a fresh bottle of ketchup. Just little things like that, where they're just a step ahead at all times.
They really put themselves in everyone's shoes, and everything is taken care of once you step foot on property.
And that detail, down to the presentation and preparation of the food for members, guests, and staff alike, is of paramount importance to those whose job it is to create and cook it all.
I'm employee dining room manager here at Augusta National. I cook for employees during the day and cook for members during the night.
Chef Eddie Davis has been at Augusta National and the Masters Tournament for over 10 years. A part of a large culinary team serving some of the greatest champions the sport has ever known during the annual Champions Dinner, or those just starting their careers at the Amateur Dinner. The food, a combination of fine dining with a flair of Southern charm.
Making sure that we satisfy everyone's needs, making good food for everyone, that is our number one goal. Making a good meal, that's why we're here. I do love that part of my job.
For his many years of excellent service, Chef Eddie, as he is known at the club, was awarded the 2023 Green Jacket Award of Excellence and had the distinct honor of presenting the Green Jacket to Chairman Ridley at the culmination of that April's tournament.
Our employees will be represented today by Chef Eddie Davis. Chef Eddie has provided unparalleled service at Augusta National for more than a decade.
Whether we're making good meals for our staff or me walking the Green Jacket down the aisle, that's why I get up and do what I do every day. It just means the world to me.
And that's the essence of the Masters Tournament, where some of the finest food in the world and its most simple are treated exactly the same, with reverence by both those who prepare and serve it, as well as those who consume it. And for those who don't have a badge but still want to take part in the tournament experience, Taste of the Masters, originally created during the pandemic, has become a tradition unto itself for many who have it delivered to their door each April to enjoy with friends and family. They say food is the way to someone's soul. So maybe that explains why the food at the Masters seems to have a soul of its own. For every bite here is followed by a smile. Fuel to help follow your favorite players mile after mile.
I mean, honestly, I'd come here just for the food. Unbelievable.
What a treat.
What makes this timeless is the fact that over all of these years, they made a commitment to excellence. And you're able to experience something today as someone 80 years ago might have experienced. That's a rarity, and that's a wonderful thing.